oleochemical derivatives should drive in that direction. More importantly, the new regulatory regimes in the form of REACH will also help see oleochemistry its day in the sun. A very recent report has estimated that the global oleochemical market has gone up from 13 million tons in 2010 to 15 million tons in 2018, and expectedly Asia is going to be. Polymers are generally large molecules which need to be converted into articles of commerce. Basically, while doing that, you need to have technologies incorporated in the form of temperatures and shear. In doing so, some of the polymers tend to degrade, and therefore you need to have additives. Generally, I would call these additives are what a pinch of salt is to food. Additives are to polymer. Some of the polymers need additives in the form of this list, which are basically lubricants, scavengers, anti-static agents, anti-fog agents, metal deactivators generally used in polymer manufacturing, stabilizers, plasticizers, antioxidants. Not all of them use oleochemicals, but I'll work on some of them. For a good polymer additive to work, it has to have good compatibility with the polymer. Resistance to extraction of the additive in the polymer is very important, because most of the times the additives migrate to the surface of the polymer, and so they are open to attacks. Importantly, the additives should be have low volatility. Because of the temperatures of processing, it should have good color stability and good temperature stability. This is just an idea of what sort of oleochemicals are used in polymers, but I'm not going to stress on them. Lubricants. These are very important to polymer processing, mainly in the vinyls, because you need two types of lubricants, external and internal. And generally, metallic stearates and ester waxes are used for these purposes. How many times you've found, maybe 20 years ago, you tried to open a plastic bag and you couldn't open it? That's because they didn't have those additives. And today you have the additives which help you open a bag. That's what slip additives are. This is needed in PVC mainly to soften the PVC to make articles like toys, blood bags. Generally, it's been estimated that the plasticizer demand in the world is about 6 million tons, and the price is practically the same as the PVC resin. Today, 85% of the plasticizers are phthalate-based, low cost, and abundantly available. DOP and DBP are the conventional plasticizers, much maligned, talked about for their reproductive toxicity, teratogenicity, and so on. Nothing much proved, but worldwide there is a clamor for replacing those phthalate plasticizers with non-phthalate. And that's where I think the oleochemical derivatives come into. It's not really the future, they are already in the present. Epoxidized oils, acylated glycerol esters, esters of isosorbide. These should not come into the class of oleochemistry, but I put it here just as a representation.